Hi, Miko here. This is the first ever Fantasy Football Friday. This is a weekly series I'm going to be doing to help you out with your fantasy football season this year. I had this really cool idea for a intro video for this, but the weather's been so bad lately that I have not been able to do it. Little background about myself. I'm not a huge football fan. I just really like numbers, so that's why fantasy football really resonated with me. I am the current two-time reigning champion of the Gridiron Football League.
Bad to bad like I'm Jordan 96.
It's a league my friends and I started a couple years ago. We've been doing it about 5 years now. And I've won the last 2 years and pretty much made the playoffs every other year since then, except for the first one, because I had no idea what I was doing. So that's why I wanted to make these videos, to help out anybody who really doesn't know that much about fantasy football, actually help them win their league. One of the biggest things that you need to do to win your fantasy football league is preparation. I prepare by doing mock drafts. You can do them on all of the sites that you play at, ESPN, CBS, Yahoo, and then there's a lot of other apps I found on the App Store. I don't particularly have a recommendation. I usually just use the built-in ESPN one. Mock drafts are great because they really get you comfortable with, how people are drafting, different ways to, and kind of where players are going in your draft. Mock drafts are a good way to really just get you comfortable and not make a stupid decision on draft day. One of the other ways that I prepare for my fantasy football draft is by making a cheat sheet. I go through as many sites that I can and try and find rankings, recommendations, you name it. And then I go through and make a list of players that I really like. And then kind of mark it out round by round where they're going to be going. One of the other things I want to do on this series is pick out a player that's going to be a good play, or someone that I really like where they're going in your draft, and someone else that's going to be more of a questionable play. I don't like where they're going, or I think they're going to have a bad day. At the quarterback position, I am a little skeptical of Cam Newton. I think he had a great year last year, but it's kind of unreasonable to think that he's going to have that kind of year again. He was very touchdown dependent, but he does run a lot, so he can maybe win you your league, but he is going very high in a draft. Another player that I think is a value play or a good play in your draft is Drew Brees. He's usually going in around the 5th round. Number-wise, last year, he was one of the best in the game. They're only going to get better. They got Mark Ingram back, so that's going to help out with their run game, and he still has his entire receiving core. A running back that I really like is Mark Ingram. He's going at a reasonable draft position, and I think he's only going to be improve on his play last year. Although I am questioning Devontae Freeman. He had an unbelievable year last year. No one thought he was going to do what he did, and you probably got him super cheap in your draft. This year, he's not so cheap. I think he will be better, and he still might catch a decent amount of passes, but that's still to be seen. One wide receiver this year that I'm questioning is going to be Jordan Nelson. Throughout his career, he's been an unbelievable player for your team. He may have even won you your league. He won me mine. But he's coming off of an injury. He's a little older. He could be a great pick for you, but he also may be way too high of a draft position for what you're going to get out of him. We'll see. A wide receiver that I do really like is Golden Tate. Without Calvin Johnson this year, the Lions are going to keep throwing the ball, and who else are they going to throw it to? Anquan Bolden, he's pretty old. Marvin Jones, he's not done much. Golden Tate is going to be a target monster. He's going to catch a lot of balls and get a lot of points for you. At tight end, I am questioning Jordan Reed. We'll see what he can do. Can he repeat it last year? He's always been a very injury-prone player, so I don't know if he's going to last you the whole season. A tight end that I do really like is Coby Fleener. He's on a new offense in New Orleans. They throw a ton. He's got Drew Brees. It's only going to be good stuff for him. So there you have it. the first ever Fantasy Football Friday by your own Nick Miko. Hopefully you take this to advice. If you want to ask me any questions, do that. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, email me, YouTube comment, wherever. I'll be happy to answer. If you're in my league, I'm not going to answer anything, and hopefully you lose and I win again this year. I will be back every Friday doing these. I'm going to have this new intro up soon, and I might bring some guests along, some people I played fantasy football with over the years, make it a little interesting.